Good morning, dear students. This is Shafi from Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. Welcome back to the maths class. In our previous class, we learned about the problems based on the Cartesian product of two sets. In this class also, we will continue the problem with that problem is also belongs to the Cartesian product of two sets. It is the 15th question. You just observe the question that the Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which are found -1, 0 and 0, 1. Find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A. Here we have to find the set A, and also we have to find the remaining elements of the sets A cross A. Okay, we have to find the set A and also the elements of A cross A. What he given? He given two hints. That's what the Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which are found -1, 0 and 0, 1. You just see, he given A cross A equals to -1, 0, -1, 0, next 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, he given two elements, remaining 9 elements we have to find. 9 elements, 9 elements we have to find. He given hint is what? A cross A is given -1, 0 and 0, 1. Remaining 9 we have to find. 1, 2, remaining 7. Sorry, remaining 9 elements. Remaining 7 elements we have to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 elements. He given 2 elements of A cross A. We have to find remaining 7 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the hint he given in the problem. By using this hint, we have to find the set A and also the remaining 7 elements. Okay, let us find out. -1, 0 and 0, 1. -1, 0 and 0, 1 is belongs to what? -1, 0, 0, 1 are the elements of A cross A. He given that Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which are found -1, 0, 0, 1. These two ordered pairs are belongs to A cross A. These two ordered pairs are belongs to A cross A, and also he said that A cross A has 9 elements. He said that A cross A has 9 elements. Then what about the number of elements in the set A? A cross A has 9 elements. What about the number of elements in the set A? I already told you in our previous class that number of elements in the set A is m, number of elements in the set B is n, then the number of elements in A cross A is what? M into n. By using that, here we have number of elements in A cross A is 9. What about the number of elements in the set A? 9 only. Okay, sorry, in number of elements in the set A is 3 only. 3 into 3 is 9. Okay, number of elements in A cross A is 9 elements. What about the number of elements in the set A? Is 3. Okay, now let us find out the set A. A equals to -1, -1. Next 0, 0 we have to take only single. We should not repeat that element. 0, next 1, 1. It is the set A. Number of elements in A is 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 elements we have. Once again, -1, 0, 0, 1 is belongs to the Cartesian product A cross A. Then A equals to -1, -1. 0, 0 we should not repeat the elements 0, 1. Okay, it is the set A. Yes, we got the set A. Next, what we have to find? The remaining elements of A cross A we have to find. Okay, let us find out A cross A. Let us find out A cross A. A cross A equals to okay, set A we have to find A cross A. Once again, write down the set A equals to -1, 0, 1. minus 1 0 1 minus 1 0 1. A cross A we have to find. Yes, let us find out the Cartesian product of A cross A. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Next minus 1 0 minus 1 0. Next minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. Next 0 minus 1 0 minus 1. Next 0 0 0 0. Next 0 plus 1 0 plus 1. Next 1 minus 1 1 minus 1. Next 1 1 1 1. One minus 1 1 0 1 1. Here we will get one more element, that 1 0. Okay, 1 0 1 minus 1 1 0 1 1. Understand? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 elements we have. Therefore the number of elements in A cross A is 9 elements. Now what we have to find? The remaining elements of A cross A, except minus 1 0 and 0 comma 1. We have to find the remaining elements. Minus 1 comma 0 0 comma 1. Except these two ordered pairs, I mean except these two elements, we have to list out the remaining elements of A cross A. Therefore write down the conclusion. Remaining elements of A cross A equals to remaining elements of A cross A. I mean what? Remaining, I mean except minus 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1, then the remaining elements are what? Minus 1 1 minus 1 comma minus 1. Next minus 1 plus 1. Next 0 minus 1 0 minus 1. Next 0 0 0 0. Next 1 minus 1 1 minus 1. Next 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1. Hence these are the remaining elements of A cross A. Are you understood? Once again I will briefly explain this question. Kindly listen properly. Here we have the Cartesian product. Here we have the question. The Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements. A cross A has 9 elements. Then what about the number of elements in the set A? Is 3 only. 3 into 3 is 9. The concept of finding the number of elements in A cross A, I mean the number of elements in A cross B, or the number of elements in A cross B, B cross C, P cross Q, all these things already we have learned in our previous class. Based on that, the number of elements in the set A is 3. Here he given minus 1 0 0 comma 1 are the elements of A cross A. We have to find out the set A as well as the remaining elements of A cross A except these two elements. Therefore minus 1 0 0 comma 1 is belongs to A cross A. These are the two elements belongs to A cross A. Next what we have to find? The set A we have to find. Set A equals to minus 1 0. Two zeros we have. We should not repeat the element or the number 0 1 1. Next once again write down, because we have once again you have to write A, set A, because we have to find A cross A. A cross A, it is A cross A. The concept of writing the Cartesian product of two sets, already we have solved so many questions based on finding the Cartesian product of two sets. Okay, it is A cross A. Except these two elements, list out the remaining elements of A cross A. These are the remaining elements of A cross A. It is the Cartesian product of two sets. I hope you understand the concept of Cartesian product of two sets and also some conditions. It is a Cartesian product of two sets. Next let us move on to we will move on to the new concept, I mean new topic, that is relations. Relations. It is a topic important for your point of examination as well as for your CT purpose also. In our second PV also we have the concept that relations and functions. I mean, it is the continuation topic of relations and functions. Okay. Let us discuss what is mean by a relation. What is the relationship between the relation and a Cartesian product? Okay. It is a definition of a relation. A relation R from a non-empty set A to a non-empty set B is a subset of Cartesian product A cross B. That is, relation is always a subset of A cross B. I mean the Cartesian product of A cross B. For example, once again you just observe the definition of relation. Relation R from a non-empty set. A non-empty set A, I mean what? That set should be a non-empty set, and also that set should be a non-empty set. Non-empty set A to a non-empty set B is a subset of Cartesian product A cross B. R is always a subset of A cross B. For example, I will take the set A equals to 1 2, next set B equals to 3 4. Okay, now let us find out A cross B. We just find out A cross B. A is a non-empty set, B is also a non-empty set. Let us find out A cross B. Is 1 3 1 3, next 1 4 1 4. Okay, finding the Cartesian product of two sets already we have learned in our previous classes as well as in our till from first class itself. A cross B 1 3 1 4, next 2 3 2 4 2 3 2 4. It is A cross B. I will define one relation. That x comma y such that x is a first element, y is a second element. X comma y such that x and y both are odd. X and y both are odd, and x should be belongs to the set A, y belongs to the set B. It is one relation. I just defined this relation, ordered pair xy such that x and y both are odd, x belongs to A, y belongs to B. Relation R equals to x and y both are odd numbers. Okay, odd numbers is 1 3, odd numbers, which is odd numbers is nothing but what? Which is a number should not be divisible by 2. 1 3 1 3 are the odd numbers, both numbers should be odd numbers. 1 3 is 1 3, both are odd. 1 4, no, 1 is a odd number, 4 is an even number. 2 3, 2 is odd number, 3 is an even number. Next 2 4, both are even numbers, then the relation is 1 3 only. Understand? Therefore we can say that relation 1 3, here we have 1 3, A cross B also we have 1 3. Therefore we can say that relation is always a subset of A cross B. Relation is always a subset of A cross B. Are you understand? Therefore we can say that relation R is always a subset of the Cartesian product of two non-empty sets. It is the definition of relations. Kindly note down this definition along with this related example in your notebook. Kindly do not make any kind of mistakes in your notebook. Kindly note down some note points based on relations. First one, relation may represent either by roster method or set builder method. Roster method or set builder method. Okay, so relation may represent either by roster method or set builder method. Okay, roster form and set builder form. This is what we already know till from our lower classes. Okay, roster method, set builder method, we already know very well about these kind of methods till from our lower classes. These two forms we learn in our sets. Second point is very important for your point of examination and also for your point of CET. Okay, we know that the number of elements in the set A is m, the number of elements in the set B is n, then the Cartesian product, I mean the number of elements in A cross B is what? M into n. If number of elements in the set A is m, number of elements in the set B is n, then the number of relations, then the number of relations from set A to set B is what? Then the number of relations are what? Number of elements in set A is m, number of elements in set B is n, then the number of relations are what? Then the number of relations is 2 power m into n. Okay, you just recall the concept of Cartesian product. Number of elements in the set A is m, number of elements in the set B is n, then the number of elements in A cross B is what? M into n. M into n. Therefore, number of relations are what? Number of relations are 2 power m into n. Kindly do not confuse. It is a number of elements in A cross B. It is a number of relations is 2 power m into n. Are you understand? Okay. Next, based on this note point, we will solve the problems after the discussion of domain and range, domain, codomain and range of a relation. Okay, these are the two note points. Kindly note down in your notebook. Next, we will move on to the domain. Yes, what is meant by domain? What is meant by domain? You just observe the definition of domain. The set of all first elements of the ordered pairs in a relation R from a set A to a set B is called the domain of the relation R. The set of all the first elements, we know that the first element and the second elements of the ordered pair. The set of all the first elements of the ordered pairs in a relation R from a set A to a set B is called the domain of the relation R. It is a definition of the domain. Next, codomain. Domain, codomain and range. Domain, codomain and range. These three concepts, based on these three definitions, I will give one example after the completion of codomain and range. Let us discuss codomain. What is meant by codomain? I mean, what is the definition of codomain? It is the definition of codomain. Okay, the set of all second elements in a relation R from a set A to a set B is called the range of the relation. Here in the domain we have the set of all first elements. In the codomain, The set of all second elements in a relation R from a set A to a set B is called the range of the relation R. It is the range. It is the range. It is the domain. The set of all first elements are the domain. The set of all second elements are the range. Then what about codomain? The whole set B is called the codomain of the relation R. Based on these three concepts, I mean domain, codomain and range, based on these three, I will give one example. Then you came to know about the domain, codomain. Based on domain, codomain and range, I will give one example. Set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set B is 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we have two non-empty sets. First set is A, second set is B. I will define one relation R equals to, I will write this relation in a roster form. Relation R equals to 1, 6, 3, 9, 4, 8, 5, 6, 3, 8. Okay, it is a relation R. I just taken one example of a relation R. First element should belongs to the set A, second element should belongs to the set B. It is a relation R. Now, in this relation, how can you identify domain, codomain and range? Okay, domain. How to find the domain? Domain is what? Domain, codomain, domain, codomain and range. Domain, codomain and range. Okay, domain, you just see the definition of the domain is what? The set of all first elements of the ordered pairs in a relation R from a set A to a set B is called the domain of a relation. I mean, first elements of the ordered pairs, the set of all the first elements of the ordered pair in a relation R. First elements are what? 1, 3, 4, 5, 3. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3. I mean, domain is what? 1, 3, 4, 5. Next 3 we have. Okay, we should not repeat two elements. I already told you in the last class itself that here we have threes. Two threes are there. We should not repeat twos. I mean, we should not repeat the same elements. 1, 3, 4, 5 are the domain. Codomain is what? Codomain. You just see the definition of codomain. The whole set B is called the domain of the relation R. The whole set B is called the domain of the relation R. Yes, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. It is codomain of relation R. Range is what? The second elements, the set of all the second elements of the ordered pairs in a relation R is called range. 6, 9, 8, 6, 8. 6, 9, 8. 6, 9, 8, again 6, again 8 we have. We should not repeat the elements. 6, 7, 6, 9, 8 are the range. It is the domain, codomain and range of the relation R. This one, it is a relation R. How can you represent in it is a relation R. How can you represent in by using arrow diagrams? It is a set A and it is a set B. It is a set A and it is a set B. Set A is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set B is what? 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here relation what we have? 1, 6. 1, 6. Next 3, 9. 3, 9. Next 4, 8. 4, 8. Next 5, 6. 5, 6. Next 3 8. 3 8. Understand? It is a visual representation of a relation R by using arrow diagrams. Are you understand? Once again, the set of all the first elements of the ordered pair in a relation R is called the domain. Codomain is what? The whole set B is called codomain. Range is what? The set of all the second elements of the ordered pair in a relation R is called range. Are you understand? It is the first example. If you want, I will give one more example based on these relations. Let us take one more example. Here we have the set A is A, B, C, D. Next set B we have E, F, G, H. I will take one relation in a roster form that AH, CF, DE, PH, DF. It is a relation R. I just took an example. Okay, don't be confused. It is a relation R. I just took an example. Here, let us find out domain, codomain, and range. Domain, codomain, and range. Domain, codomain, and range. Okay. Yes, what is meant by domain? The set of all the first elements of the ordered pair in a relation R is called domain. Write down the first elements of the ordered pair. A, C, D, B. Next again we have D. We should not repeat the element. Next, codomain is what? The whole set B is called codomain. The whole set B is called codomain. E, F, G, H. E, F, G, H. Okay, next range is what? The set of all second elements of the ordered pair in a relation R is called range. H, F, H, F, H, F, E, E. Next again we have H, we should not repeat. Again we have F, we should not repeat. H, F, E are the range of this relation. Let us represent this in a arrow diagram, which it is a visual representation of a relation. It is a relation R from a non-empty set A to a non-empty set B. Set A, what we have? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Set B, what we have? E, F, G, H. E, F, G, H. Okay. Relation, what we have defined? AH, AH. Next CF, CF. Next DE, DE. Next BH, BH. Next DF. Next again DF. It is a relation R from a non-empty set A to a non-empty set B. I understand the concept of finding the domain, codomain, and range in a relation. Okay. Next, once again, let us note down one note point. Range is always a subset of codomain. Range is always a subset of codomain. If you want, you can verify it. Here we have one example that codomain and range HFE. HFE, yes, range is a subset of codomain, right? Here we have the range HFE, codomain HFE. Therefore, range is a subset of codomain. Next, you just see previous example. You just see the first example of it. Range 698, codomain 698. Okay, therefore range is a subset of codomain. Okay, therefore we can say that range is always a subset of codomain, and also relation is always a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B. Are you understand? Okay, dear students, I think you understand the concept of the relations. It is class for today. In the next class we will solve the problems based on relations. Thank you.